All right, you guys, it's good to be on here again. It's been a minute since I've been able to get on and send you an email. I got married this month, and so it's been amazing, but very busy. And so I'm excited to actually get back to helping you guys deal with some of the issues that you've been dealing with. I've talked to quite a few of you who've been struggling with gas and bloating lately, and that's actually something that I've really struggled with for a long time, especially in college. When I was trying to run track, and like going out on dates, it was a huge deal to me. And there were times where I was absolutely embarrassed just because of how much I was bloated or like how much gas I was having that I was trying to deal with. I can make it not seem like I was gassy. So I want to talk to you about like a few things. Just what causes it, get you a little bit more informed about your own body so you can have control and really figure out what's going on. Instead of just trying to like alleviate the gas. And I tried everything from those little, like, those little strips of Gas-X that you put in your mouth. I don't actually even know how they work. I haven't researched that recently, but I tried that. I tried a lot of things to just get rid of the gas that I was experiencing. Nothing really worked until I got down to the root cause. So I want you to actually learn what is causing your gas and bloating and help you find relief from gas and bloating by eliminating the issue. So I'm going to talk about actually what's happening with your body, and 2, what you can do to reduce or eliminate the gas and bloating that's going on. And then 3, if it does happen, because it still does once in a while, we don't always eat what we know we should, or things just happen where we're, on the go, swallowing a lot of air while we're eating. And so if it does happen, what you can do to actually reduce the gas and bloating that you're already experiencing. So first, let's talk about what causes gas and bloating. One of the biggest things that I see most often with my clients are that the foods they're eating, their body simply can't digest. It can happen for a few reasons. One of the biggest issues is a damaged gut. And so if you've been eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of highly refined carbohydrates, a lot of sugary foods that damage and rip up your intestines for quite some time, most of us since we were children on that diet, your gut cannot properly digest food. And so you're eating foods that your body can't break down. And so they break down in a way that is not good. It ferments or it putrefies, and it just gets nasty in your gut. And that rotting mass that's moving through your digestive system is obviously going to cause a lot of irritation. It's going to cause a lot of bloating, the bacteria. It's going to feed the bad bacteria there. It's going to give you a lot of discomfort just because of this rotting food that's moving through your gut. So that's the biggest issue that I see with my clients, is that the food they're eating, their bodies just can't digest. So I'll talk in a minute about what to do about that. Let's talk about a few other issues for gas and bloating. Another big thing is just that you might be swallowing a lot of air when you're eating food. So if you're eating on the go, if you're eating in the car, if you're eating while walking, if you're eating in a hurry, if you're chugging or like shoving food into your mouth, trying to run out the door, most likely you're swallowing lots of air, you're not chewing your food well. And again, you now have big bubbles in your digestive system that are going to come make you bloated, that are going to give you gas. And you're also getting more undigested food through your body. So another thing too is I see that people often drink a lot of water, or worse, soda with their meals. And if you drink a lot of water, it really does dilute the stomach acid in your body, again, causes food to be less digested. And you're also just, especially with soda, getting a lot of bubbles into your digestive system that's going to cause more gas. So eliminate soda from your diet would be the best issue, but especially with meals. And probably the last one that's maybe the trickiest, but the most important, is also an imbalance of gut bacteria. So along with the damaged gut, you probably also have a lot of bad bacteria, a lot of bad yeasts that are fermenting foods and creating a lot of off-gassing and creating a lot of gas and bloating. And that's probably another one of the biggest causes I see in my clients, is that they've, because of all these foods that they've eaten that are feeding these pathogenic bacteria and yeast and fungus in their body, they've got just a whole mess of their microbiota in their body. So trying to right that is important in reducing their gas and bloating. So let's talk about what you can do to address these issues. If you feel like it's food that's not digesting well, let's say you might already feel it in your stomach, like you're having a hard time digesting protein, or every time you eat bread, you feel like you get more gassy. The first thing that I would do is actually keep a food journal and do an elimination diet. So do a food journal for about 3 days. So if you're interested in a food journal, I have a template. I can simply email you to you. That's totally fine. It's free. Just email me at amymoffatntp@gmail.com. I'll send you a food journal. It's very, very helpful to actually know when your symptoms are happening. And most often we just don't understand where the correlation is between what we eat and between, sorry, to pop up, it distracted me, between what we eat and what our symptoms are. So keep a food journal for at least 3 days. It's very helpful. And then also do an elimination diet. See if, okay, some of these foods that you might be curious about, take them out. And most especially your refined carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, foods that easily ferment in the body. So especially, sweeteners and, starches and beans and legumes, all these foods that can easily be fermented if you have a lot of bad bacteria in your body. So removing those foods for a couple weeks just to see which foods, can cause gas and can reduce it if you remove it from your diet is also very, very helpful. It doesn't mean you always have to leave them out forever. Like that food will always cause you gas and bloating. Most likely you will just have to remove it for a little bit, see what's causing it, and then focus on healing your gut. Now, healing your gut is quite a bit of work. It requires some structure and some more elimination diet, a procedure. And I actually have a course available to you soon, very, very soon, that will walk you through that. So if you find that you've done an elimination diet, your gas and your bloating hasn't gone away much, you probably have a lot of work to do in healing your gut. So it's not just removing foods, it's actually getting healing nutrient-dense foods back in. It's actually getting that gut bacteria righted and correct and get that balance of bacteria corrected in your body and get you a lot of good bacteria to heal your gut. So stay tuned for that. I'll help you walk through the process of healing your gut, but an elimination diet is a great place to start. So starting there will be a good thing to do. The last thing that you'll want to do is also make sure that you're drinking water in between meals, and make sure that you're relaxing with meals. Like I said, chewing slowly, chewing well, take deep breaths before you even take your first bite of food. If you're multitasking and eating at the same time, I guarantee you will most likely be having gas later. It happens to me all the time still, where I'm mindlessly eating food while trying to cook other food. I'm taste testing the food that I'm eating, and I have gas after a meal, even though I know the food that I'm eating should not be causing me gas. It's mostly because I was just eating mindlessly, not realizing it is eating fast, chewing, swallowing big chunks of food, because I wasn't paying attention. So sometimes I'll even wear my retainers now while I'm cooking dinner so that I'm not tempted to taste everything. I know the recipe is good. I've made it before. I keep my retainers in to make sure that I'm not just eating mindlessly. So it makes me sit down for dinner. So that's a little trick I use. If you don't have retainers, you can find another way to, make sure that you're just not mindlessly eating, snacking on food while you're multitasking. Okay. If you do experience gas and bloating, and we all do once in a while, there's a few things you can do to really help with it. First of all, I drink ginger tea, and it really, really helps. So I have a recipe in the email. It's very easy. Just steep fresh ginger in hot water for about 10 minutes. And it creates a really great tea that really helps reduce gas and bloating quite a lot. Ginger has a lot of beautiful properties and anti-inflammatory properties that are really, that help in reducing gas or bloating. So a ginger tea is a great thing to do. Drink after a meal also helps with digestion. Another thing you can do is to drink lots of water. So after a meal, if you experience gas and bloating, drink lots and lots of water. That'll also help reduce gas and bloating. Put a little bit of sea salt in there, just a pinch of sea salt, and that helps as well to get you hydrated. Another thing is just to make sure that you're pooping. If you haven't pooped, you might just be really constipated and having a lot of gas from the foods that are stuck in your colon. So make sure that you're pooping. So one of the ways that I help clients kind of get that moving again is home enemas. They're a great, safe way to clean out your bowels. Magnesium before you go to bed is really great as well. If you need some help in knowing how to take magnesium or what kind of magnesium to get, go ahead and email me. Again, I can really help you there. It's very simple. Just supplementing with magnesium really has helped me too when I've kind of felt stuck and been like, okay, I'm just constipated. I know I'm gassy. I feel big. Oftentimes it's just because you're constipated. Water really helps with that as well. So I hope that's helpful. It's a few tips for now, again, really to get to the root cause and to eliminate gas and bloating. You really want to heal your gut. So I've got a course on that. It's going to be available very soon. I'm going on a trip again to celebrate being married. So I'll be gone for just a couple weeks, but when I get back, I'll have more details on that. So hope you guys are all well. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in a few weeks.